Hey, good morning everyone, Dan with Ledger Support. In this video today, I'll show you how to earn rewards via pool staking through Ledger Live. Let's do it. So first, let's explain a little bit this concept of pool staking. Typically in Ethereum, if you want to stake your ETH and you want to stall a stake, you'll need at least 32 ETH to be able to spin a validator and start earning rewards. Well, with pool staking, what's great is that you no longer need 32 ETH. Instead, you can just start with any amount, pool that with other people ETH, and earn rewards with your account. So it's pretty great. It's a good concept. And what I'm going to show you today is how to do it with the Kiln dashboard through Ledger Live. So let's go. Okay, so let's begin. I'm in Ledger Live, and of course, first make sure you have an Ethereum account with the amount you want to stake plus a little bit more ETH to pay for the transaction fee, because pool staking will require a on-chain transaction as well that consumes gas. Okay, so make sure you've got a little bit extra ETH in your account to account for that transaction. Next, you're gonna have to install the Kiln app via Ledger Live onto your Ledger device. So I'll show you how to do this. You just simply go to My Ledger, make sure that the device is connected to your computer first, of course. Once in My Ledger, you want to go into the app catalog and type Kiln. All right, so that's the app you're looking for. Just click Install to begin the download onto your device. All right, fantastic. You can see now that the app is appearing on my device. You don't need to open the app right now. It just needs to be installed for now. No need to do anything else. Once it's installed on the device, go over to the Discover section and type Kiln. To find the Kiln app, there is another way to do this. You can just go to Accounts, click your Ethereum account, the one you want to stake with, click Stake, and then you've got many different options for staking. What we're interested in today is Kiln staking pool. So let's select that one. All right, now I am in the Kiln dashboard through Ledger Live. First of all, make sure that, again, you have the correct account selected. Otherwise, you might not see the correct balance. And then, the dashboard is showing me like a lot of different information. So I'll go through it with you. So first of all, I want to make sure that pool staking is selected, not solo staking. Okay, solo staking is the option where you have to have at least 32 ETH minimum, but pool staking, you can start with any amount. The rewards compound, so that's also cool. And the rewards will be received daily in the pool. Okay. One more thing before I continue. Pool staking is not available to folks in the USA. For now, if you are in the US, you can only choose solo staking. All right, for everybody else, let's continue. So select pool staking here, and you can input the amount of ETH you want to stake. So in my case, I'm gonna go for 1 ETH, but again, guys, you can start staking with as little as you want. There is no minimum. So for example, if I select 0.1 ETH, that works as well. If I select 0.001 ETH, that also works. So you can see there is no minimum amount. You can just go ahead, just again, be mindful of the fees. Okay, I will need this amount plus a little bit of extra ETH to pay for the transaction fee in my wallet. Otherwise, my transaction might fail. All right, you might notice this number here as well. This is the NRR. So basically how much rewards you can expect. Now, that being said, this number is subject to change, might go up, might go down. Again, rewards are not guaranteed. And you should do your own research before you start any form of staking, because staking has some risk. So yeah, just make sure that you understand what you're doing before you proceed. For those used to staking, you might also notice that the current NRR is slightly below the network average, but Kiln has some notification here about this saying that initially the pool's reward rate will remain below the network rate. This might extend for the first 10 days as validators await activation via the protocol entry queue, but as validators join the network and deposits accumulate, the reward rate will gradually increase towards the network-wide average before stabilizing. So something to keep in mind, especially if you are watching this video in the future. This video is being shot shortly after launch of Staking Pool. So you can expect this number to stabilize around the network average. Okay, that being said, as I said, I'm gonna go for 1 ETH and I'll navigate down to the terms and condition here. So you need to accept the terms and condition and read the terms and condition before you start staking. So in my case, I've read that before. I'm just gonna go ahead and accept. And then I can click the stake button and you can see now it's starting a transaction flow, which I'll need to complete on my device. I'm gonna go ahead and click continue in Ledger Live and I'm gonna get a prompt on my device. So again, make sure that the Kiln app is installed on your device before you start the flow, otherwise you might get some errors. Now, let's open the Kiln app on my device. I'm getting one more slide with a recap of my transaction. So again, this is the amount that I'm gonna stake, and this is the maximum amount of fee I might pay. If I end up paying less, then the difference will be refunded to my account, which is pretty cool. That should agree with what you see on the device. So let's use the button to review the transaction on the device, which is the most important part of the process. Kiln pool staking looks good. Stake 1 ETH looks good as well. Maximum fees, so that's the maximum again, my pay for the transaction. Looks good to me. And then I've got two options. I can either reject the transaction if I'm not happy with the details, or I can go ahead and accept. This is what I'm gonna do. This will sign the transaction and broadcast it to the Ethereum network, so let's do it. Okay, perfect. So it looks like the transaction was successful. I got a little notification here that congrats, you have successfully staked 1 ETH, and I've got an option to track the transaction on the Block Explorer, which I don't need to do right now. What I can do now is go ahead and check my rewards. So if that's the first time you contributing to a pool, the rewards might take a little bit of time to appear. Could be as long as 1 day or even a few days. So just be patient. Again, in my case, I've already been staking prior, so I already have a little bit of rewards accumulated in that pool, but I can get like a recap of all my pool staking activity and also a nice chart here that shows the reward over time to the pool. Okay, one last thing to keep in mind is that you can track how much ETH you've got staked via the Kiln dashboard, but as of now, this amount that is staked via Kiln is not reflected in your account in the normal dashboard in Ledger Live. Okay, so don't worry if you see your ETH disappear from your balance here. So this is perfectly normal, so don't worry at all. Your stake is secured by your Ledger device and it's all good and safe. It's just that Ledger Live cannot detect it yet, but this will be fixed. But if you want to check how much ETH you've got staked, again, you can go into the Kiln dashboard, just click the rewards button here or even stay on stake, and you'll be able to see how much ETH you've got staked. And finally, if you ever want to get out of the pool in the future and you don't want to stake anymore, then the Kiln dashboard through Ledger Live will also give you that option. Just go into the rewards tab here and then request exit, and then you can punch the amount of ETH that you want to exit, and then that will need another transaction with your device. I'm not going to do it because obviously I don't want to exit the pool, but it's also an option that you have. Keep in mind that there might be a delay in between you request the exit and when you actually receive the ETH back into your account, and this is normal. This is because there is an exit queue for all ETH that's being staked, so that could take a few days to process. So this is perfectly normal. But of course, guys, if you have any questions about the Kiln dashboard or staking in general, feel free to reach out to us at support.ledger.com. We have tons of good information over there on the Help Center, or you can speak with an agent live directly to ask all your questions. We also run daily live support streams on YouTube. So if you want to catch us, it's on this very channel. In the live section, you can sign up for the next daily stream and come when we go live and ask all your questions, including questions about staking. So that being said, I hope you'll find this video useful, and I wish you all a happy staking with Kiln through Ledger Live. See you next time. Bye-bye.